Alright, Necron turn 3. A lot of stuff happened. Knocked out these Gene Stealers with the combination of firing from these warrior squads here. Catan there took out a few Hormagods there. Death marks, disappointing. I mean, well, they got 2 Renity shots and 2 wounds on the Hive Tyrant, but he saved them all. The Venom Throat gave the Swarm Lord a 5+ cover save, and he saved it on 6s. These warriors there shot at these Hormagods and killed a few. Destroyers here shot at the Hive Tyrant, and also, well, actually, I think he's down to 2 wounds because of these guys here. Others shooting the Doomsday Arc here shot at those guys there and did wound once, but they saved on a cover save. What else? Oh, this squad here shot at that Turbigon, and he's down to 1 wound. Assaulted, and he's still down to 1 wound. Tight combat though, so that's the end of Necron turn 3. We'll be back with Tyranid turn 2.
Here we go. We're going to quickly sum up Tyranid turn 3. The Turbigon in combat spawned 15 Gaunts right there. Rolled doubles, so it's done. Then movement, these guys moved, these Termagants moved from over there towards that combat. My Hive Guard moved up. This Turbigon moved and ran. The Venom Throat right there moved up. The Hive Tyrant moved up. This guy moved up. The Hormagons right there moved across the river. These Gene Stealers came in from reserves and moved up from this side. And the Doom of Malantai and his sparkly green Spore Pod came in from reserves. Then in the shooting phase, I think I took 2 guys with his Mind Zappy power, and then another 2 guys with his big Doom template. And actually, funny enough, one of the 2 Mind Zappies was from his Cetan. And then the Hive Guard shook the Doomsday Arc, and its living metal did not help it. And then in the assault phase, we knocked out 3 of the destroyers, but 2 of them came back, and they took out 1 Hormagaunt. The Hive Tyrant and those Hormagaunts wiped out those warriors, and the 1 remaining Gene Stealer and the full unit wiped out the warriors and took one loss. So, and then over there in that combat, the Termagants charged in, and between the 2 of them, they knocked out Trazian, and that was it actually, but they won combat because of it. So that was it for Necron turn. Trazian came back as this Cryptek over here, or this Lord over here. So that was it. We'll be back with Necron turn 4.
Alright, Necron turn 4. A lot of things happened. Movement, Doomsday Arc moved over. These guys shifted a little bit, along with the Death Marks and the other squad of warriors. Cetan moved down to face off against the Hive Tyrant. Shooting, we took out a lot of these Gene Stealers. We put 3 wounds on the Doom of Malantai, and actually that's pretty much it. Assaults, 1 assault there, we chopped him down to about 5 guys there. Lost there, but passed my leadership, and lost my destroyers here. Good thing though is my Catan destroyed the Hive Tyrant. That's it for Necron turn 4. We'll be back with Tyranids turn 4.
Here we go. End of turn 4 for the Nids, and we're calling the game because it's time to stop. Let's see. General movement. Everybody over on this side of the field move towards an enemy. Shooting phase. The Hive Guard stunned the Doomsday Arc.
Yes.
And then over here, the Trigon moved in to help out against Trazian and the Warriors. Ended up doing 8 wounds to them, 7 of which were the Trigon, and got 1 in return. Me. I think 1 in return. Trazian didn't do anything, which is fine because he did a lot earlier on. But they failed. Trazian regened over in this combat. But we're holding that point. The Doom of Malantai forgot to shoot, but got a couple wounds. I think 1 wound from the his siphon ability, his brain sucker, and then charged in against the death marks. Did no wounds, and they did 1 to him, but he stuck around. Over here, the Gene Stealers took out 5 and lost none, but they rolled high enough on their, or low enough on their leadership to stick around, and then 3 of them popped back up.
Yes.
Right? And the big one, it's actually hard for me to remember because there's nobody there, but if you remember at the end of Necron's turn, there was a C-Tan right there. And there was a whole bunch of little gribbly Hormagaunts over here. Well, the Hormagaunts decided that they were going after the C-Tan. And they did
A lot.
11 wounds, and then he saved not enough, and he exploded,
He fell for it.
and he killed all 11 of the Gribblies. So it was actually kind of an epic, I imagine little aliens chewing on a plasma reactor that explodes and kills them. So it was kind of funny actually. But we're ending the game. So the Nids are holding 2 objectives to the Necron player 0. So that was it. Victor, good game. Let's do a quick LVP MVP.
MVP, I have to say it's probably Trazian. Well, he died twice, came back twice, and he knocked out a whole bunch of guys in here. Actually, I want to say this was Trazian and his squad of Immortals that these Del Darkness. I mean, they did a lot over there. Everything else, really didn't do anything. Say what's my LVP? Probably one of my Doomsday arcs. They really didn't do anything. My biggest mistake was trying to shoot the monstrous creatures and not shooting the little guys. So next time, I'm gonna shoot these little Hormagaunts instead of taking out the big guys. I'll use my other stuff or my little shooting guys to take them down. But LVP was Doomsday arcs. MVP is probably Transient as unit of Immortals.
Sweet. And here we go. Over on the Tyranid side, I think I did pretty good for the first time ever playing Tyranids. LVP for me, really everybody did really well. I don't think I had anybody that sucked it up. Maybe one of my spawned units of Termagants over there, the ones that chumped it up to Trazian. But really, MVP, probably Ormagants, just for doing a hell of a lot of stuff and causing a whole bunch of gribbly madness. So they did really good. Really, everything did really well. Everything was great for what I wanted it to do. Let's do a quick overview of the board at the end of the game. And thanks for watching. Check out our blog at atlantisgaminggroup.com for more info on the game.